Sorry management. This part belongs to the Adobe Launch administrator. Only the administrator had these permissions, and these operations are done under the Adminconsole. If you are a regular user, you can ignore it. Adobe Launch permission management is more complication, it's, which is it's more complicated, and it has many types of the permissions. Look at the permission type of the Adobe Launch. Use permission of the Adobe Launch can be divided into two major categories. Experience cloud permission and launch permission. Experience cloud permission are primarily managed at the product levels, including organization administrator and product administrator. Organization administrator is system level authorization, and product administrator is product level authorization. We can look at this picture, this part. The system level permission are product, use group, and support and story. This belong to the organization administrator management. Product administrator inventory manage permission for product. There are many products in Adobe Experience Cloud. For example, the Adobe Analytics, Adobe Target, and Adobe Launch. And each product has product management. Product management use group management to create groups with different permission type, and people who belong to the group have all the permission of the group. Adobe ID can belong to the market groups. The group in here is called profile in Adobe Launch. You have to understand that profile here means group. And launch permission. Launch permission is the launch permission type, including company right and the property right. Company right has managed properties and developer extension. It is the Adobe Launch organization level. We can see in this part. The company right is the organization levels and belong to the launch permission. And the property rights include developer, publish, and manage extension and manage environment. It is the Adobe Launch property levels in here. The property right is the property levels and belong to the launch permission. And the profile is a scenario of launch permission. Is a senior launch permission, and the launch permission include the company right and the property right, which is the profile include the company right and the property right. They are group the permission type. This is the authorization of the Adobe Launch. Authorized managed by group. Group contain the company right and property rights, which can be combined at will, because the company right had the managed properties and the developer extension, and the property rights include the developer approve and publish and so on. You can combine as well. For example, I can create a group like this, a group with the permission of the managed properties and approved and published. So everyone in this group had the same permission. Which means if you want to authorize a user you need to create a profile before and then add the user to this profile so the users can visit the Adobe Launch. Now I will show you how to do this setting in the Adobe Launch. And first is the organization administrator. You can visit this, you can open this URL if you have the permission, if you are the super root for the Adobe Launch. In here, the organization administrator in here, we can create the admin. You just need to add the Adobe ID. And then next, this is the select the admin type. You can see in here, the product, the user group, the support, the strong, there are different administrative permissions. You can select what you want to set in here, system administrator, and then next, then this Adobe ID had this level of permission. It's very easy. This permission is belong to the Experience Cloud permission. If you and the Experience Cloud permission, including organization administrator and the product administrator. And in here, this is the organization administrator. And if you want to set the product administrator permission, you can set here, and you can see search and set the product, because the product manager is because they are along of the product in Adobe Experience Cloud. So you need to select the product before you set the product administrator. And the second is create a profile or group. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want to serialize, if you want to give other permission to visit the Adobe Launch, we should create a profile before. So now I will show you how to create a profile. And also in the Adminconsole, and create a product and find the Adobe Launch. And this is the profile. You can see Launch All Right, Launch Asia, Launch China, Launch Developer. This is the all the users in this profile is had the developer permissions. And you can create the new profile, and in here the profile name is customer. You can edit it by yourself, and they have the description. You can add some word in here to explain what is profile, purpose, or user, and done. And in here is the configure profile. The first is the properties, and the second is property rights, and the third is the company right. As we all know, this and this is belong to the launch permission, and this is the property. So the configure profile is setting for the properties and the launch permission, and the permission is available property for this organization, which is in this profile, which property do you want to show or let the users can visit. The default is auto include. If you don't want to auto include, you can switch it, that is off. And which property you want to when the users can visit or use, you can create it. And for example, click it, then it will show in here. And now we want to set the property rights as we know, and the property had approve, developer, publish, manage it, environment, and manage it extension. In here we choose approve and developer. The publisher, we don't want to give this permission to this group. And the company right. Company right is the manager property and give this permission for this group and then save. You can see the BCS 2020, and the profile we create is in here. Now we finish create the profile, create the group. And the last is I will show you how to authorize a users, which means we want to add the user to this profile or to this group. How to add the user to this profile or the group, and create the profile you want to add, and then it will show in the users and then add to the users. And then save. You just need to type the Adobe ID. Then these users can log in the Adobe Launch, and then these users can use this Adobe ID to visit the Adobe Launch. And if you want to give other user to manage this property, you should add admin in here. Then this users is the super root for this profile. He can manage it and add other users to this profile. You can see. Now we finished the authorize users to this to Adobe Launch. It's very easy.